Hello, everybody. I'm the Vacuuminator.
I'm Buster.
And this week in Toku, it's fucking weird. A lot of people are having weird weeks this week. There's no Kamen Rider, except for the show that we said wasn't subbed last week and then got subbed like a day after the episode came out. And Sentai did happen this week, but it's not subbed yet because the person who does the subs that we usually watch is not doing too great. But we wish them the best, and we hope they'll be okay and be back soon. So we're just talking about Ultraman and Outsiders this week, plus all the news, plus fucking whatever the hell we've been up to this week. Buster, what have you been up to this week?
So college is almost starting for the semester, so I've been trying to get a lot of video work done before I have to commit myself to mostly college over videos. So that's why I've kind of uploaded too many videos over the last few weeks. That, and I just have too many ideas.
Not a terrible problem to have, having too many ideas.
What's your problems, Mr. Vacuuminator?
What's my problems? Oh, buddy, how long do you have?
2 minutes.
Okay, it's exactly what you said. It's back to school, so work's really ramping up, and I just accidentally threw something, so I'm gonna have to go look for that later. But yeah, work's ramping up. Personal life is just as messy as always, and videos have got to come out.
Yeah,
shit's gonna happen.
Godzilla video was really cool.
Was it?
It
felt a little sloppy to me. I mean, I liked it. I still released it, but like I did finish it, and I was like, yeah, this could have come out a little better. It was one of those.
Yeah, fair. Like, I do kind of was a bit disappointed in your analysis of the movie itself, but you told a nice story,
Yeah. And that was more the point of the video anyway. It's just like, this is the first thing I saw. I don't have a lot to say about it, but boy, is it a movie. Look at that. Isn't that weird? Okay. What else?
That's the podcast.
Yeah, that is the modular media coda right there. This is weird, but okay. Oh, man. Like, comment, subscribe, everybody. Engage with the algorithm. Anyway, let's get on to the news. Our top story this week, fucking Toei did something cool for once, because pretty much all of Sentai music from Go Ranger until Hurricaneger got added to Spotify and YouTube Music this week. Now that's openings, endings, and insert songs. Like instrumental background music score stuff, that's still a little hard to get a hold of, but like now you have a good official source to listen to a majority of the classic stuff, which is really nice. Glad they did it. Hopefully they'll do it for the rest of the series at some point. And we're going to have links to all the playlists down in the video description along with the rest of the news links. So go get listening if you haven't already. Old Sentai themes are cool.
Yeah, I should know. I'm watching an old Sentai.
You're watching the oldest Sentai.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
Yeah, but that's pretty much all I have to say on that. Like, I haven't even had time to listen to these uploads of the songs, so I don't know if there's like any quality differences to what I'm used to. But I assume they're good, high quality rips and whatnot. But something I don't want to get a high quality rip in is a wall scroll, because there's a King-Ohger wall scroll that's coming out, and usually this is the kind of stuff we'd skip now that we're trying to avoid the tat. But this is actually kind of cool because it's a wall scroll of the mural that's in the Shogadam throne room from King-Ohger. You can now get that art as like a poster type thing, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah, actual lore, selling lore.
Sell that lore. Sell that lore.
Yeah.
that is the Toei way. The Toei band that way.
Sell the lore. And speaking of selling,
we've gotten a bunch of announcements for new premium Bandai stuff coming our way. Now, this is different than the normal, like, oh, it's something that's only being sold on Premium Bandai. There's now a line specifically trademarked through Bandai called Premium DX, which seems to be higher quality re-releases of older DX toys. Like the first few releases they have lined up are going to be the Desire Driver and all the main buckles for the main riders and Geats. So, yeah, it's another way for Bandai to make money, really, and another way for people to be confused down the line which version of the driver they want to get. Because at this point, Bandai releases like 10 different versions of each fucking driver.
Yeah, you also got like the Legend re-releases they've been doing, which are more like kitties things. Well, not kitty, but more basic.
Yeah, let's think about it for a second. You got the DX. You got like there's always like a DX combo set with that year's item holder. You got the Premium DX now. You got the Legend re-release. Sometimes they'll do like a 10th anniversary re-release if a show was really popular, and then inevitably there's going to be a CSM. So just endless options for you to shove money right down Bandai's gaping maw.
I really hope this is just for re-releases. If they start releasing like Gotchard items only through Premium Bandai DX, then I'll be like,
that'd be a little scummy. You know what it should? What I would really hope it would be, and I think it is, given that the first few items are Geats re-releases. I would think it would be, here's the DX, but with like maybe slightly better quality plastic and a few more paint apps from the show that we couldn't fit into the retail toy because of budget reasons.
Yeah, that's fair. I hope so. Well,
but hey, speaking of... Yeah, and speaking of premium toys, we've gotten a couple of Ultraman SH Figuarts announcements this week. The previously teased Decker Dynamic type got its official announcement, and we're getting an SH Figuarts version of Earth Garon. Now, let's go ahead and start off with the obvious thing. They did not do anything to fix that awkward-looking prototype of Decker Dynamic. It still looks really weird and not accurate in the chest area.
Yeah, but the color should have been a bit darker.
Color should have been darker. Chest should have been a little bulkier. It doesn't look quite like the suit, and as such, I don't think I'll ever be picking this up. I like Decker Dynamic type in the show. I think it's a great suit. It has a pretty cool introduction, but like I don't like Decker enough to buy a not entirely accurate looking figure. And similarly with Garon, I think it looks neat, but we've only got the one splash image of it right now, and we can't really we haven't gotten like the accessory layout, and I want to know, is this gonna come with everything? Are we gonna get the shoulder cannons? Are we gonna get like alternate face plates to represent the different eye sculpts we've seen in the show? Because if not, that's not worth SH Figuarts money to me, no matter how well articulated it is.
Yeah, and I'm really disappointed in the Decker Dynamic one, because that's one of my favorite Ultraman forms, like, in recent memories, so it's just like, they didn't do it as well as I could have, I dreamt of, you know?
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But what isn't unfortunate, or is rather kind of interesting, is the return of the Souchaku Henshin line. Now, for those of you who aren't like wannabe toy historians like myself or longtime Kamen Rider fans, you may not know, but Souchaku Henshin is what the SH in SH Figuarts stands for. And that roughly translates to Equip Transformation. This line started all the way back in Agito, I want to say, and for the longest time, it was the retail line of Kamen Rider figures. It eventually got subsumed by the various gimmick change lines and RKF and now Soto. But apparently they are bringing it back, or at least bringing back that name for the retail figures for Gotchard, because Kamen Rider Gotchard Souchaku Henshin Release 01 is going to be sort of a blank body base suit that actually looks a fair bit better than the last time we saw a Souchaku Henshin figure. It's actually got alternate hands instead of an awkward hinge. There's ball joints at the ankles, and it looks like double jointed elbows and knees. And the gimmick here is going to be, it's going to come with 3 sets of swappable armors for what we're at this point just presuming are Gotchard's first free forms.
Yeah.
And for a retail figure, it looks really solid. Like, it's not up my alley because, first of all, I don't like most of these designs. Second of all, paint apps are pretty lacking. But if you just want a figure of Gotchard and you don't want to shell out like Figuarts level money or wait for them to do the Figuarts, this seems to be like the best option at the moment.
Might look into it. I do want to get like either a vinyl or this figure of Gotchard, so we'll see.
And also in this article we have linked, there's pretty promotional photography for Gotchard's gun and the weapon and henshin device for Valard, which is literally just a buckle that you put a card in and press a button. I don't think that thing actually has a reader in it.
I think there is like a somewhat kind of reader, but we'll see.
And speaking of the cards, hey, the first wave of Ride Chemy Cards has been revealed, and we have scans of all of them, and don't they look neat? Don't you want to buy some, kids? Don't you like fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! And Digiman and Pokemon?
Yeah.
Cool, go do that. They look fine to me. Not really my kind of thing. I'm not much of a card guy these days, but like I've seen way worse card designs. Daiso.
Who?
Vaporizing.
Yeah, well, I do like the card art for the Legend stuff because they actually like it's not just here's a PNG of the old guys. It's like here's a PNG and here are a bit of their like forms represented in the Gotchard style, you know?
Yeah, here's like a little Digiman that they would be.
Yeah, or like I love the Meteor, Kamen Rider Meteor art. That's really cool. Also, Mox art is really funny. I just really like Mox.
Yeah, he's like a little Voltorb guy.
Yeah, he's still doing the little like side off he does in his pose.
That's the only thing anybody remembers you if you're a Kamen Rider that's more than 4 years old is your fucking pose.
But hey, speaking of poses, or people who will be doing poses.
Yeah, we got confirmation of who the main suit actor for Kamen Rider Gotchard is going to be. It's going to be Hisanori Awa? Is that how you pronounce that?
Well, his stage name is Ikito.
Okay. Yeah, apparently this guy has done a lot of suit acting for supporting Rider and Sentai members in the last few years. And so this is kind of like his first big leading role in a tokusatsu.
Yeah, he was Blades and Saber, Vice and Revice, Tycoon and Geats. So he's mostly like secondaries. Like he was Cross Z and Build, and he was Waz and Geo. He was a Snipe and X-A. And his first like big one was Necrom and Ghost. So, yeah.
Yeah, he's like secondaries and silly boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Interesting. Well, hopefully he does well, and hopefully he fares well wearing some of these bulky-ass looking suits, like the form that got revealed literally after we stopped recording last week. Kamen Rider Gotchard, I almost said Gotchard. Kamen Rider Gotchard AntWrestler form got revealed via a magazine scan. This is the first form I actually kind of like.
Yeah,
because it's supposed to be a big muscle man, so the bulkiness actually kind of works in its favor.
Yeah, I like muscly forms, and it looks neat. I like the shade of blue it has. I just love blue and yellow, like blue with yellow accent forms. It's just
I like that it's a shiny blue rather than like a chromy one like the other suits have been.
Yeah, well, then again, this is a very low quality image. Who knows? So
true that.
Wait, what happened? Sorry, recording software was glitching out.
Yeah. Actually, come to think of it, I should just let you know real quick. There is a storm that's been rolling in for the last few minutes. My power could go out before we're done recording.
Okay. Well, you know what will never go out? The spirit of the Dogengers.
Yeah. Fucking Dogengers got a spin-off announced today. What is this episode of Ogaman? I think it was called.
Day of Ogaman.
Oh, is this going to be like a full show or a special?
It's like looks like a special because it says like it's just going to be like a main character. This is a spin-off starring Ogaman, so it's going to be like episode of Idol from the first season. It seems like where it's like this is like an epilogue to the current season. Well, we still don't have the full show subbed yet, but like yeah, I'm excited for whatever the subbers get around to this one.
Yeah, hopefully it's as good. I assume it's going to be all the same creative people coming back. So
it always is. It always is.
All right. Well, that's all the news that's fit to print. So, Buster, why don't you take us on to the new releases?
A release. Ultraman Blazar, Episode 5, The Mountain Roars.
They delivered on what if Ultraman fought Torterra. I'm happy.
Yeah, it was a cute episode.
Yeah, it's very, like, from my limited experience with Ultraman, it feels like kind of a stock plot for them of the team member has connections to a small village, and they go back to it, and they learn the value of a small town and keeping true to your roots and not falling out of touch with people, which is a general kind of a tropey story in media. But I've also noticed it crops up in Ultraman fairly regularly.
Yeah,
So
it does. Like, this is a very like basic Ultraman plot, but it's executed pretty solidly with some
yeah.
like good flavorful characterization and fun fights. I really love what they did with like how they beat the monster, not just how like Blazar broke his spear into 2 spears, which was cool, but how they just let it rest. It's cute.
Mm-hmm. They didn't blow him up. It's like, here, we wanna make sure this guy can come back later for more stuff if we need to.
Well, I think that because the entire message of the episode was like, you don't need to like kill everything. You just, and it's like it's supposed to be environmentally conscious. So yeah.
Yeah. Also, if you guys just for a second, because I couldn't get to the button quick enough to mute my mic, my mom just popped her head in.
Oh, I did not hear it, so who cares? Yeah, but like it was a pretty basic but very fun Blazer. It's kind of what you expect the early episodes of an Ultraman to be. It's not quite as like strong or like hype as the last few have been, but it's like, we need a breather here and there.
Yeah, it's just a little cool down before we go to the clip show, and then probably we're gonna come back with a bang, I guess.
Yeah, and like the clip show, actually I might watch that because it has a really cool framing device of these are people who are reporting on Blazar, and I love that, like when the reporters get involved with Ultraman stuff.
Yeah, and I think that reporter was actually in an earlier episode.
Yeah, so I'll definitely be watching the special recap, if only for those scenes. Yeah, I think that's all we got. It's a very light week on Blazar, but like still a solid week.
It's a light week in general.
Yeah, because like we even though King-Ohger aired, we don't have subs, and Geats just completely skipped this week. But we still have Kamen Rider to talk about. Kamen Rider Outsiders Episode 3, That Battle Fight Resumes, and the Birth of Zen.
Zane.
Oh, it's Zen. The subtitles I used said Zane.
But they were pronouncing it Zane, like the fucking In Space Silver Ranger is here.
Whatever.
This was fun.
I think you would like this a lot because of like it's freaking Gord Drive.
Yeah, Gord Drive, one of my favorite villains.
Yeah. And then, like, I knew the actor for Sakura Yuto was gonna come back as Zane, but I didn't know it was actually gonna be Sakura Yuto. Yeah. So I'm like, this is.
And they played it up as a big fucking reveal too. There's like they twice go, oh, who could it be?
I mean, granted, like, they assumed, like, this was after the episode aired that I found out it was Yuto's actor. I kind of, like, I'm a bit mixed, because Yuto's actor, he's a good actor, and I think it would have been fun. He also played another big character in Hibiki, but, like, I feel like it would have been fun if they just made it's the same actor, but a different character, but, like, I understand, you want to, like, cross over everything. But I feel like, man, this is, unless you're, like, watched every Heisei series like I have, you are going to be so confused of like some of these characters and their purpose in the world.
Yeah, like I literally only know Yuto from Kamen Rider Tyson GP.
Yeah.
And like I will say though, I do enjoy this for just like how goofy comic book the plot is. Like fucking George shows up to GemCorp with a bunch of Bluebird guys, and they fucking aim guns at Nico, and he's just like, hey, you're gonna put your fucking Kamen Rider game in this driver so that I can, and then you're gonna take it to this place for me so that we can do a cool thing. And she's like, yeah, all right. I mean, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, it's insanity, but it's the best kind of insanity. It's just like it feels like this is what the Toei Tokusatsu fan club was made for,
Yeah, like this is the kind of shit I get down with. It barely makes sense and connects together, but it barely makes sense and connects together, so I'm able to just go with it. Like, I get that this is just a goofy crossover thing.
Yeah, and it's like, they're still, like, connecting them thematically, and they still give, like, great character moments. Like, I love Gord Drive correcting everyone. It's like, but you're not gold. Well, screw you.
Yeah. You're not gold. Oh yeah, well I'm gonna kill you now.
Yeah.
Oh hey, you're a robot. I made robots. I abused the fuck out of them. Oh, well you're an asshole. Oh, well fuck you. You're dead now.
Yeah, it's just like it's very like absurd, but they still manage to connect these characters in like fun ways, you know?
Mhm. I also love that, like, you brought Bano back just to give him an even more brutal death from somebody who he has no connection to. Like, friggin' Zane shows up and uses a saber finisher, and is the fucking last shot of him is just like a bunch of CGI children's toy swords sticking out of him, and then he blows up completely, rather than
Yeah.
just getting chopped in two with an axe.
I mean, hey, they're basically the same things.
Yeah. Kamen Rider is a
But
wonderful time. Also, friggin' Tachibana-san. His actor was cashing a check.
yeah, and he's coming back next episode because I think next episode's the final one. I could be wrong. We'll see, because it feels like everything's wrapping up in the next one, and
Yeah.
also Brain is a human gear now, so that's gonna be fun to see. Brain's one of my favorite Drive characters.
Yeah.
So.
They're playing around with human gears a lot in this. It almost made me wish that we had gotten like more Drive characters in 01. I know, like, that would have completely gone against the idea of that show to be like a new beginning for the franchise. But man, imagine just like halfway through Drive, or halfway through 01, there's a whole arc where Bano revives and he's like, there's fucking robots everywhere now? This is awful. I'm gonna fucking ruin all of this.
That could be a special. That could be a special. That's what the 01 comic should have been.
Yes. Oh my god.
And also, what you're pitching is basically what everyone assumes the King-Ohger thing is gonna be. So, think before.
True. But it would be with characters I like.
Shaking my head. Anyway, you quickly talk about other things you like.
I watched a few more episodes of 1971 this week. I'm now up to episode 66. It's still pretty good, but man, we are in that period where it is just a weekly TV show that's doing its thing week in and week out. So I don't feel motivated to watch more than like one episode a day on my lunch break. And I have 4-day work weeks right now. So we're kind of moving at a glacier's pace.
Yeah, you still need to get to the double rider stuff, which
Yeah. When does that start exactly? Is that like
in the 80s?
Oh. Well, I guess I'll wake you up when September ends.
Yeah, anyway, I watched too much shit this week.
Yeah, you did.
Alright, let's start with the movie I watched, Hokkaido, the director's cut.
Gas.
Yeah, it is gas. But here's the thing, I have kind of been dragging my feet on watching Hokkaido, because I wanted to do a Hokkaido retrospective where I covered it in the context of the Hokkaido franchise. Then my friend kept bullying me, saying, why do you want to do that? So I'm like, frickin', I'll watch Hokkaido on its own. And yeah, it's really good. It's probably one of the best, like, standalone Toku movies. Like, I understand why everyone loves it. I think I might need another watch to, like, fully love it. But I did really like what I saw in this first watch.
It is so wonderful in how it is just like, it might be the most Keita Amamiya thing ever. And I know that's weird to say when fucking Garo exists, but like, it is so abstract and weird. Like, I haven't ever had a chance to talk about that movie, and I fucking loved it the one time I watched it a few years ago.
Yeah, and there was like on Tubi, there's a dubbed version, which is I didn't watch the dub. It's like an early 2000s dub.
Oh, you and me are watching that dub. That's happening.
Yeah, we're gonna watch the dub. And I do want to rewatch.
Next time there's a slow week, let's just say fuck it and record a live reaction to the dub.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. Yeah, so Hokkaido, it's really good. I really like the themes. Like, I know you said it's abstract, but I really like the themes it goes for, especially with like the like kind of like like if you are justice, then I am evil, and the whole like unsubtle. It's heaven town and Jesus town. Jesus town is like, yeah, and also just like this. It's man, yeah, and apparently Inoue wrote the script. Did you know that? Like,
I had not heard that before, but that tracks.
Yeah, because Amamiya and Inoue have worked on like Jetman and Shogeki Goragon. But yeah, I really enjoy. I think it's been a while. It's been a week since I've watched it, so it's like I have a bit scatterbrained on my thoughts. But I do really enjoy what I saw of the movie, and I want to rewatch it again.
Nice.
And then so in my attempt to get ahead of the YouTube game, I've been watching 2 Showa Tokusatsu shows. Let's start with Kamen Rider X, which, because I already watched V3, and 1971. So X is the next one.
Have you gotten to Starfish Hitler yet?
No.
Have you gotten to Aunt Capone yet?
No.
Lame.
Okay, well, we did finish up with what's his name? The villain who appeared in Decade. Forgot. I just had his name just on Kamen Rider X. Let me just Google this quick. But yeah, Kamen Rider X's first 2 episodes are really good. They're really a really nice dramatic take on the Kamen Rider formula, and then the rest of the show happened.
And then it's a show on Tokusatsu.
Yeah, it kind of just abandons its cool not cool. I'm not sure if it's just too creatively ambitious, or they just didn't have much beyond those 2 episodes. But it kind of just does the same old, and then episode 8 completely stops the ongoing plot with the betrayed fiance they were going for, because the fiance was part of the GOD organization, and then she betrayed the protagonist and his dad, which Keisuke Jin is a really cool protagonist, I will say. But also it's okay, we just ending this in the most anticlimactic, unsatisfying way possible, okay. But then the next few episodes have Apollo Geist. That's the guy's name.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, and I finished up his main arc because he's doing episodes 9 or 9, 8, either 8 or 9, but he ends in 14. That's his ultimate fate. I know he comes back for as another character, but we'll see.
But he's one of the few villains memorable enough to get an SH Figuarts.
Yeah, and he is really cool. He's a really cool rival character. He has a lot of style. I think. Yeah, but his episodes are solid, but it kind of is disappointing because X has probably 2 of my favorite openers. Not 2, but the first 2 episodes are such a good opener. It's just sad that the rest of the show doesn't really follow through with it.
Has it made you appreciate his return in Heisei vs. Showa?
I haven't seen Heisei vs. Showa yet. I'll watch it after the movie.
Bitch, we gotta make that happen.
Yeah, we'll watch once I finish X. I'll get to it. Because I'm pretty sure the rest of the show will be...
Because you like Fies, right?
Yeah, I love Fies.
So I think you'll really appreciate his and Fies' subplot in that movie. I haven't seen either... Well, I've seen a bit of Fies, but I haven't seen either of those shows all the way through. And that's my favorite part of that movie. I vehemently defend that movie because I really like that subplot.
Yeah, I am very interested because he does look like he's doing some cool shit in that movie. And yeah, X... It's not despite how much I'm talking down, it's not a terrible show. It's still a solid show right now. It's just a bit of a shame how you had such a cool idea, but then you just kind of away,
Yeah.
And then, okay, I have to explain myself with this one. Go Ranger. I cannot do an 80 episode show again. I can't do it again, not this year. So what I'm doing, I'm looking up the key episodes, and I'm watching more than the key episodes. So I'm watching the key episodes and any episode titles that catch my interest, along with just as many episodes as I feel like that day. So I'm kind of skipping around a bit, but not as much as I should be skipping around according to guides,
Yeah.
So I'm using a cheat sheet, but I'm still trying to be okay, let me actually put in the work to but despite that, I really like Go Ranger. I'm halfway through in my cheat sheet guide, but I really like it. I think it has some really fun characters. I really love Owl Ranger and Key Ranger. They're my 2 favorites so far. It's charming 70s teamwork manga vibes, and I got the Go Ranger manga. I have it. I need to read it. And I think that might be my favorite Go Ranger adaptation when I get to it. But for now, the show is pretty solid, and it's a nice little twist on Kamen Rider. I appreciate the insanity of the first episode, how the evil organization just nuke the military, and you just see the opening is just a bunch of dudes killing all military people, and then the only guys are the survivors, and they become the Go Rangers. So yeah,
yeah. I watched a few episodes of Go Ranger back in the day. And I remember being this is pretty good, but this is Showa Tokusatsu, and I'm just not adjusted to that very much.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't think anyone should watch all 80 episodes of it unless they're they have the time and are willing to do it. I do think watch the key episodes. I'm very excited to get to the baseball episode. So yeah. Yeah, it's fun for what it is. So yeah, and that's feel very tired, honestly.
Yeah. This This week was a bit of a mess.
Yeah, it's a mess both in Toku and in our lives, but hey, if you want to keep following our messes, subscribe to my YouTube channel and Modular Media, but mostly my YouTube channel, where if you want to see a Toku video, I released, I think, one of my best videos recently on Ultraman Gaia. So I'm really proud of that video. Please go watch that video. I also have other videos and other things that you should watch. Yeah. Vax, show yourself.
I'm the Vacuuminator. I make YouTube videos. I'm pretty proud of them sometimes. I put out a video this week. We talked about it at the top of the show about the first Tokusatsu I can remember seeing, which is a Godzilla movie. I've talked about it a few times on this show. But yeah, I made a video version of that story, and you can go check it out at the Vacuuminator on YouTube. I'm also on TikTok posting clips of my older videos. That's at the _Vacuuminator. I'm on Instagram posting daily action figure photography. That's at the _Vacuuminator. And I'm on Twitter for now at the Vacuuminator. On Tumblr, thevacuuminator.tumblr.com. And I just got a Blue Sky. I'm getting the fuck out of Twitter, honestly. As soon as I get everybody else in Modular, I'm like all my friends and my buddies and Modular itself as an entity over on Blue Sky, we are fucking leaving Twitter. So go follow me at thevacuuminator.bsky.social, and let's be free of Elon's tyranny together. But folks, that is it. That is this week in Tokusatsu. We have a new shortest episode ever, because holy crap. This is what happens when everything goes awry. You get us talking about stuff, like always. Hey, the podcast came out, okay? Be happy about that. And see you back here next week for whatever happened in fucking Tokusatsu after I hit the stop recording button, which is right now.